The Mobile County Public Schools presents Homeroom.
Hi, and welcome to Homeroom, where we introduce you to the educators and the students who make Mobile County Public Schools the best schools in the state of Alabama. I'm your host, Renee Phillips, and today we're going to spotlight some of our schools in Mobile County. We have 90 schools, and each week on our Facebook page and Instagram account, we spotlight one of our schools. And so joining us today, I have from Mary G. Montgomery High School, Tara Price, who's the Signature Academy Specialist, and Charlie Crabtree, who's a teacher there.
Yes.
And you are having a great year so far at MGM, correct?
We are, and thank you for having us to talk about the Signature Academy. So far already this week, we've been out talking to 8th graders in the process of them getting to choose which high school to come to, and so they can do that through our Signature Academy process and learning a little bit more about them, and with our teachers and our students getting out to talk to the students.
Because a lot of people may not know that, but in Mobile County Public Schools, we have Signature Academies. We have 12 high schools. Each high school has a specialty, and anyone in the county can transfer to any school based on their interest.
Yes, they still have to pass an application process and things like that, but that is their transfer process, and each school has that specialty. So ours is biomedical sciences, and we're very proud of it. We're the only school in southwest Alabama that has this type of program, and Mr. Crabtree is one of 3 teachers in that particular area, and getting to teach our kids.
In biomedical sciences, that sounds so interesting. Do the kids love it?
If they were prepared for some hard work, yes.
Hard but fun, right?
Yes, that is part of the fun. But they get to do things in these classes that many students do not experience until they get into their later years of college, and in some cases on into grad school or med school. We're doing at the 10th, 11th, 12th grade levels. So it is a very fascinating hands-on learning environment. And it is a curriculum that is designed to prepare students for the next level, regardless of what direction they may go in the healthcare field. We are giving them a foundation, an academic foundation, a skill foundation, so that they can be successful at the next level.
Because there's such a demand for healthcare. So what makes biomedical sciences different from healthcare? What makes it stand out?
It is something that is more realistic, and it is very much still an academic-based program, and you're learning skills and you're gaining knowledge of problem solving, of how to look at different types of data and coming to a conclusion of what is going on here. So it's giving them definitely problem solving skills of how to think, not what to think, but giving them the opportunity to think and look at everything that is going on. So this is something that's, regardless of wherever you go, if you want to become a doctor, you want to become a nurse, you want to become a radiologist, a lab technician, whatever it may be, EKG, we're giving you the foundation so that whenever you do get those classes in school, in your college, or whatever program you're going to, you already have such a strong and broad foundation that you are so well prepared. It's easy. You succeed at the next level.
That's great. And so we recently traveled to MGM and took a video of you in your class. When you say hands-on, let's watch this video and see the hands-on learning taking place.
We have 2 pathways within our Signature Academy. We have biomedical sciences, and we also have sports medicine. But our biomedical pathway is one of a kind here in Southwest Alabama and very different from what other schools offer. So it is a whole body approach to what is going on within the classroom. Our classes in that particular program are taught at an honors level, and so therefore they are weighted. Our students will receive that weighted GPA, which is really different because most of our elective credits are not that. So students are really coming out of there very prepared in order to go to that post-secondary education.
Today we sorted out this section right now that we're doing is have a doctor's office visit and learning how to take vitals, the appropriate questions that have to be asked of the patient. And today we're doing the lab component of learning how to draw blood and doing a hematocrit and how to look at blood, prepared blood under the microscope.
Our students want to be future healthcare professionals, so an understanding of anatomy is vital, and this lets them get their hands dirty and really start to get a feel for what it's going to be like when they're actually in that gross anatomy lab and doing those dissections with the actual human body. We have been covering the sensory organs in human body systems, so we are currently working on dissecting some cow eyes to really get our hands-on feel for the anatomy of the eye.
Our purpose here in high school is to train them and to help them figure out what they want to do. So if they get into the class and they love it, that's wonderful, and we hope that they pursue a career in there. But we also get some students that think they want to do it. And to me, honestly, if they can figure out maybe that that's not a good fit, now we have a chance here in our school to figure out what their next path is and to help them while they're still here before they get out of high school and before they reach that post-secondary level where it's going to cost them a lot of time and it's going to cost them a lot of extra money.
Okay, so I've got to ask. You said hands-on learning. That arm, is that real?
No, it is a prosthetic arm,
Okay.
and we have red water going through it.
So no real blood.
No
Okay,
real
I just had to
blood.
make that just make sure that was
No
clear.
real blood.
Okay.
But yes, some of them have never had a syringe in their hand. They've had it go into the arm, but never in
Yeah.
the hand. So it gives them a little bit of confidence and learning how to put the task at hand over the idea, oh, I'm sticking an arm. No, let's focus on the task at hand.
So how do they react to that? So it's like they're drawing blood like you would in a real lab. And do they freak out?
Absolutely.
Are they excited?
You have a plethora of emotions and responses, but most of them at first they get a little squeamish, and again it's just a mind over matter. Focus on the task at hand. Think about what you are doing, not as if this is an arm. And they see that red coming out. Oh, and it's just you just have to become accustomed to.
But something you have to get used to if you're going into the healthcare business.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
and that's the whole point of all of our career academies within the Mobile County Public School System is to help the kids be prepared for that post-secondary life. And if the kids are interested in going into a medical profession, this is a great opportunity with these classes that our teachers offer. And so that's why we're just so excited to get in here and talk to these 8th graders and even our current 9th graders. Some of them are still waiting to choose which one they're wanting to do. And so I know they'll be really excited to get to choose one of these this biomedical academy.
Yeah, because it's legit. And the cow eyeballs. Tell me about those.
Absolutely, yes. They are bought from a scientific warehouse, but yes, they do dissect. They learn all of the parts, and one of the really cool things about the eye dissection is whenever they get to look at the retina, and you see all of the vivid colors that are back there. That's picking up the different wavelengths of light. It's really a spectacular thing. And as far as the lens, as far as the cow lens, it is huge compared to the human lens. But they understand that this is an actual piece of the eye, even though it's not the exact same size or dimension as a human. But still, the similarities are there. So it gives them just a greater understanding of what's going on, even as far as a family member or yourself as a patient.
Yeah.
Gives you a great, huge, in-depth understanding of what's going on.
Much more interesting than a diagram. Because I remember
Yes.
you see the diagram of the eyeball, and it's just hard to understand how all that
Right.
works. So what do your students go on to do? Like after they finish this program, are most of them going to college? Can they go college or career?
Most are going into the college, and so they're academically prepared within the classroom for anything that they're wanting to do. We have several that have gone on to pursue nursing degrees in various forms, whether that's in respiratory, pediatrics, variety of things like that. And so we're really proud of them. And so they've all aimed really high, and we do wish them the best, and we know that they're succeeding in what they do because they are coming back and telling us, wow, my class was easy. You know, my classmates are struggling, but I did this in 11th grade already in a lab with one of my teachers. I'm helping, I'm tutoring, I'm offering help to other students. And so that's just attributed to the teachers that we have. We have 3 teachers in our program, and all of them are absolutely fantastic at what they do and are really making sure that our kids are prepared for that post-secondary level.
Right. So the hard pays off in the long run.
Yes. And we also have students that are just not becoming nurses. They're in med school. We have several who have gone on to vet school as well. And that is something that people don't always think about would be appropriate. But your basics are all the same, regardless if you want to do human medicine or animal medicine. You still have to learn the same basics.
Humans, dogs, or cows, we've got
Yes.
it covered. All right.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you for what you're doing at MGM. That's such an exciting program. We've got
Yes.
a break for commercial, and when we come back, we're going to learn about the band program at Grand Bay Middle School. So stay tuned for Homeroom.
What's the matter, baby? You're not feeling good?
School-aged children are at a higher risk of getting and spreading germs and viruses. To help protect the spread, students are encouraged to stay home when sick. Parents, it's important for your child to remain at home at least 24 hours after they no longer have a fever of 100 degrees or higher without the use of medications. Please help us maintain a healthy learning environment.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ayla, hi.
Oh, hi, Sierra. How are you?
Good. How are things?
Things couldn't be better.
What do you mean?
Well, I just started this new job as a school teacher with the Mobile County Public Schools, and it has been a life changer. Great benefits, the hours are great, and great students. Just overall, it's a great opportunity.
Oh, wow. That sounds great. Yeah. I'm going to look into that.
You should.
For more information, visit mcpss.com/job opportunities.
Hi, and welcome back to Homeroom. Today we are spotlighting some of the schools that we have featured on the Mobile County Public Schools Facebook and Instagram accounts as part of our School Spotlight program. Joining me now from Grand Bay Middle School, I have David Pryor.
Good morning.
Hi, and you're a band teacher.
Well, I'm actually a music director.
Okay.
We a lot of the middle school, some of the middle school programs have directors that do both choral and band.
Okay.
And I do both. And love every minute of it.
Do you have a favorite? Do you like one over the other?
Well, you know, the kids always ask me, what's my favorite class? And I said, all of them. So you have to sort of lie to them. But yeah, if I had to say which ones, I do love my chorus group. I only get one, so I, developing that. But you have to love the advanced kids because when you get them and you're taught that 8th graders starting in 6th grade and 7th grade, you love to see just them maturing and the growth that they've done musically, and then you hate to say that you have to give them up at the end of that year and go to high school.
Yeah.
But so if I had to say which two periods do I really look for during the day, I do love those two because again, it's even for me, it's musically more challenging. I'm pushing them. I've got to stay on top of things, and and the older student can do more.
And so also I would guess that it is something that you see a huge amount of growth because when they're coming in 6th grade, they may have never picked up an instrument or sang in a choir.
Any of that. Now, and some of the programs, some of the elementary programs, of course, may have put on a little Christmas program or a little patriotic program, and so they may have done some singing in their classes, but to never actually go to this is a formal choir rehearsal. Most of them know. They're just, they have no really idea of, and they don't really read music, obviously, beginner band and choir. They're just like, it's a foreign language. And you have to start it out very simple. Luckily with most band programs, the bands have method books. There's a curriculum built in. With choirs, there's a lot of stuff that you have to do literally kind of on your own. And luckily, a lot of the choir directors in Mobile County, there's a lot of networking and communication and, hey, this is a great idea. And so there's, sometimes they'll drive you crazy with the text messages and the emails, but there's some great ideas.
Collaboration.
But it is. And it's great for the communication because a lot of people don't realize we really do communicate amongst each other, the directors, and that's great for the programs.
They're your people.
They're your people. Yep. They really, and they're going to, especially the high school directors, they definitely want that communication because they want to know, hey, you need any of our help, or what do you need us to do to help your program grow and mature as well.
And so we have video from a visit at Grand Bay Middle School, so let's take a look.
We have 100 kids now, band and choir total, which is a great number. We're going up. Things are getting back to normal, as I like to say. And we had about 700 people last Tuesday at our Christmas concert, packed house. It gives them motivation to go to school. It really gives them the motivation of, I love band. And, I've had parents say, well, if they don't get their grade, I'm going to take them out of band. Well, if you do that, their grade's not going to go up. It probably isn't, okay? But let me talk to them. And like a coach, a band director, a music director can talk to a kid and say, hey, listen, mom and dad are on your back end. Get the grades up. Go to tutoring. Do this. Do that. Get off the phone. Do your homework. Do all that stuff. And I've seen kids pull it around for that main reason. And if you've ever wondered why would a composer use buckets, hit it on the rim, hit it on the side, hit it on the top, 3 different sounds. And so that's one of the effects, and also it's the sticking, hitting each other's things, clicking the sticks, all kinds of creative things that they can do. And for this age student, it just lights a fire under them. They just love it.
Okay, so I love the saxophones, the trumpets. I played trumpet in middle school, so I'm partial to trumpets. But
I started on trumpet, so yeah, everybody has to be a trumpet player.
Yeah, it's a fun one. But tell me about the buckets.
The buckets were a thing. There's a series of different composers, but there's one percussion group, a publication group, a roll-off percussion, and they started doing, things with buckets and actually metal trash cans and the big plastic trash cans. And we've actually purchased, if you came in the band room at Grand Bay, you would see over in the corner, there's 10 metal trash cans. And we actually do a percussion ensemble with those trash cans, just like the buckets. The neat thing with the trash cans is you actually put them over a chair, and so you stand up. You don't have to sit down with the bucket, Yeah. The parents love it. Yeah. Well, the kids do too. But that percussion group actually is open to the advanced band members. If they're in the advanced band, they can come to a Monday after school rehearsal that's about the same length. It's about 45 minutes. We rehearse once a week. And if they are, doing well in advanced band and everything else, if they play trumpet, they can go and still be in percussion ensemble. And it gives them a chance to sort of get to know 2 instruments, play 2 instruments, but they don't have to stop, necessarily playing their trumpet or their clarinet or their saxophone. They get to do that and then go over. And I've had some students discover, I don't have as good a rhythm as I thought, know, because a lot of percussion, you've got to have really good rhythm. Yeah. Really good rhythm. And so playing things in groups like that gives the kid a way to expand their music ability and everything.
Not as easy as it seems. So
it isn't.
So tell me, you were saying that you went to a state competition and your kids did pretty well.
It was our county choral thing. It was held down at Alma Bryant this year. Choirs from all over Mobile County, middle school, high school, and yes, our choir. We actually did a choral assessment sort of pre-program for the parents a couple weeks before that, where both the Bryant High School group, which is where my kids would go to high school, and the Alba Middle School, which is really kind of getting their choral program kind of up and going. So it was a really good chance for their kids to say, hey, this is great, we're going to keep going, this is what the choir programs are doing. And our choir did great. I mean, just great score, got a superior rating. Very proud of them. I'm always proud of them, but they're a great group of kids. They sing beautifully. I'm a proud director.
I can tell. And so if someone was interested in music, what would you tell them to do? Can anyone be in the choir or band?
Well, with the choir, I do kind of evaluate their voice, okay? Obviously, it's I guess the only negative within the middle school program is once that boy's voice changes, because of course it's going to change. Yes. Sometimes it's later in 8th grade, about 8th grade and 9th grade, and you keep your fingers crossed, because if they do really have a lot of music ability, you really want to say, please stay just high enough to do that. But I do test them and say, how much can you pick up the note? Can you sing it? I've had students that have sometimes no more than about 5 or 6 note range when they come into me, but after sitting with other students who sing well, they start listening closer, and because of those listening skills, they get better. Mm-hmm. They really do realize, oh, I've got to, raise up. And of course, a lot of vocal stuff we do with band and everything else. If you have a desire, get with your band program. Let the band director help you pick the instrument.
Right.
Okay.
You may not be a saxophone player.
You may not be you may not be a saxophone player. You may not be a flute player. I mean, I tell all the girls, just because it's shiny and it's really in a small case, that flute's a lot harder to get air out of and support it than you think. So yeah, let the band director guide you and help mom and dad before they run out and purchase the saxophone. Make sure that you've got the right instrument for you.
Right.
And I mean, of course, then there's students that walk in that may be able to get a sound out of a clarinet and a trumpet and have good rhythm. Well, then it's kind of a little bit of you get a little bit of choice there.
Well, thank you for what you're doing. Your music sounds so great at Grand Bay, and we're proud of you and your children there. We have to break for commercial, and when we come back, we're going to hear about the PE program at O'Rourke Elementary School. So stay tuned for Homeroom.
Hey Alexa, tell me about Mobile County Public Schools.
With 53,000 students in 90 schools, Mobile County Public Schools equips and empowers college and career-ready graduates. Several MCPSS schools are ranked among Alabama's top 10. Yearly, graduating students earned about $110 million in college scholarships and 10,000 career credentials. MCPSS is learning today, leading tomorrow. Does that answer your question?
You've got questions? We got answers. MCPSS.com. Whether it's attendance zones, school calendar, lunch menus, or registration information that you are looking for, you can find it right here. MCPSS.com. You can also get the latest news and district-wide calendar information, and it's just a click away. So when you need to know, and you need to know right now, check us out. MCPSS.com.
Hi, and welcome back to Homeroom. Today I'm introducing you to some of our fabulous teachers who work in schools that we have spotlighted on our social media pages as part of the MCPSS School Spotlight feature. And so joining me now from O'Rourke Elementary School, one of our largest elementary schools, I have Jeremy Smith, and you teach PE at O'Rourke. So what's that like? I bet there's never a dull day.
There's never a dull day. Our students are great. They come in each day. We have 9 classes throughout the day of physical education, and they come ready to work. We get great support from our teachers and from our administration, and they come in each day and they do their thing, and we try to make it fun each day.
Because they're doing the physical activity, which is obviously important for them as they're growing children. And so is it important to keep them active and moving?
Absolutely. Yeah, no doubt about it. We want to try to keep, of course, cardiovascular fitness is important, and learning skills equally important, and trying to find that balance, learning those things, and then also teaching them new things as well, is always, and keeping it interesting each day is.
So you have the traditional, the PE, and then what we're watching here on this video is that doesn't look like PE like I remember it. So tell us what we're doing there.
So this is my Fit Jags Club, and each year I try to get my club going. It's a morning club. It's an attempt to get kids involved before school, get some of those wiggles out as they get there, and we usually do this about 45 minutes, and then we choreograph routines. This is a hula hoop routine here. We choreograph routines, and come March or so each year, we will do a performance for the entire school and for the parents.
So PE is art here, right?
Definitely, absolutely.
And I bet the teachers love that they're getting the wiggles out.
No doubt about it.
So what is this here?
This is
looks fun.
This is our maypole, and really it's a European art form, and this is an old European art form, and we've really tried to update it and make it relevant for today. So I try to use blacklight when I can, and again, this is a choreographed performance, and there's so many different skills that we can use, and and every person has to know each movement. Because they're working together.
The right place at the right time.
That's
on that
right.
one, right?
No doubt about it.
So you're learning some teamwork skills too.
Definitely.
And they love wearing those socks, I'm sure.
They do. It's fun, as I said, to incorporate the black lights when we can, and the kids they'll wear the wristbands, or they'll wear the big socks, the colorful headbands and such, and it makes it an event, and that's really what I want it to be, as an experience for everyone that's involved in it.
Because the other kids are coming to watch the performance, right? And so
right.
they enjoy coming and seeing their classmates do something so cool like this.
Yeah, well, and we have three different grade levels that have generally participated in this, and so the younger kids, they come in and they see what we're doing, and they get to experience this as an audience member, and then they will get an opportunity to participate in it in the future.
Okay. And same thing here. Is this the same club doing this?
It is.
Is
And
that the big parachute?
It is. And we again, it's a black light. I got some black light parachutes. I don't do all of, as you saw in the very first clip, we don't do everything in black light, but again, we try to incorporate it because the kids, you turn the lights off and then everything starts glowing, and the kids really, in the audience, they just, they flip out over that.
Oh, yeah.
It's important to them.
That's exciting. And so you also tell me about, O'Rourke's done a great job with the Kids Heart Challenge. So tell us what that is and what you guys have done with that.
Yeah, so each year we participate in the Kids Heart Challenge. We have Megan Robinson, who is with American Heart Association, and she and I work together, and Coach Pruna, who also works as a physical education teacher. We work together and we raise money for American Heart Association. And so it usually runs about a week to 2 weeks. And we attempt to raise as much as we possibly can to benefit cardiovascular fitness, heart health, and such.
And that's a good program twofold, because they're learning the importance of the physical activity and staying healthy, and then they're also helping the community, aren't they, by raising funds?
Definitely. And we have always pushed real hard for doing things that are greater than yourself. And helping other people is, as we tell the students almost every day, is like the greatest thing that you can do. And so we really push that.
Do the kids get excited to do that program?
They do. They do get excited, and we've done it every year. We usually are one of the top money raisers in the county, and the kids, they look forward to it. We do cardiovascular fitness skills during that time. We do hula hoops, we do jump ropes. It used to be called Jump Rope for Heart, and then now it really encompasses more than just jump ropes.
Right.
So they've named it Kids Heart Challenge.
I remember Jump Rope for Heart in elementary
Mhm.
school, so it's still going, but it's just more broad now. So
No
you can
doubt.
do all of the things. But do they still do the double dutch and all that? And
Absolutely, yeah. And part of the fun about that club, as we're preparing for, our performances, is learning teaching those kids and watching them learn how to do these different skills. We have some good gymnasts that do some tumbling, and then, as you said, double dutch. We also do jumping the cross, as we call it, where we cross two jump ropes and we turn them, and one person jumps into that. And that's it can be difficult,
right?
Particularly double dutch, but once they get it, it's like that light clicks for them.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow, I can actually do this, and I didn't think I could.
Very, very cool. So they're playing, they're learning, they're staying healthy,
Yeah.
and they're just being active, because all kids need to be active.
No doubt.
Well, thank you for everything that you
Thank
do
you.
at O'Rourke for our children, keeping them safe and healthy. And I know you got a fall festival you're planning,
We
so
do.
good luck with that.
Thank you.
A teacher's job is never done.
Never.
And thank you for joining us today on Homeroom. If you would like to learn more about the schools that we spotlight weekly, then please go to our Facebook page, Mobile County Public Schools, and our Instagram account. We have so many fabulous schools, and we want you to know about all of them. So we'll see you next time on Homeroom.